As it get out of hand so quickly?
Good question. I don't know. They came out flying. We weren't ready. We lost our guys a little bit here and there, and they were very very effective early on. I think especially against this team, we need to be more disciplined, play tighter. I think the last 10 of that first period we called back a little bit, and we had a 2-on-1 with I think it was Shannon and Snuggie. He made a great save. So just we need to build our game. We need to focus on us. Today wasn't good enough, obviously, and it's everyone in here. It starts with.
What is the most important thing you need to take from this game to build for the second half of the season?
I think more look at them. We can learn a lot from how they play. They're obviously they have their top guys, but they're still playing pretty simple. They're getting pucks in and they're going to work, and they're getting it low to high. They're going to the net. They're shooting pucks. They don't get 20 shots in the first period by just having the forward shoot the puck. They're shooting pucks from the top, and they're at the net, they're on the net. So we can learn a lot from that.
What is you think has to happen to have a little bit tougher play in front of your net to help your goaltender out?
Get into people earlier, get into them and kind of have your head on a swivel. It's not always as easy as it sounds. There's big guys out there. They're very very hard to stop sometimes, but we need to maybe get into them earlier and help out Binner and Hope seeing more pucks.
How hard is it to reel it back in?
Well, it's really hard. I mean, we definitely saw in the first 10 minutes why they only have 2 regulation losses in 40 games.
During that timeout, what was your focus with your team?
Trying to get just win lines, simplify our game, go north with pucks and try and gain lines, get to a forecheck, and then being a little more physical in the D zone.
Oskar Sundqvist talked about the starters. You guys go into the second half of the season. What do you do to address the starts of games?
I guess very similar to what you just did. Like, we got to start on time. Our preparation, our practices got to start on time. It's a habit. I mean, we haven't developed the necessary habits to be able to start on time regularly.
Are those habits hard to learn?
No, but it just takes commitment, by all of us,
As that game went on, is there something that you did like about the way at least it stemmed the tide?
Well, I like the way we fought back in the last 10 minutes of the first, but then he came out and completely dominated us in the second, and you'd like to see a little more pushback.
When you see that little offensive shots on net or attempts at the net, how do you address that?
By going into practice and competing harder against each other, doing more battle drills, coming up with more pucks.
Is it skill or is it heart?
I don't know. I don't think it's heart. Everyone's heart is always, no one starts a game with the intention of losing. So I don't think it's there. And, the skill, when you look at last year, we had plenty of skill. So I don't think it's either of those, but we do have to find answers.
What is the lessons that some of the young players can have taken out of this game for you guys?
That your habits and details need to be really good. When you play against the best, you have to be at your absolute best to be able to have some semblance of success.
You still have 41 games to go. What does that runway mean to you?
Well, it means that we have lots of time to get back in this and start playing the right way. It's only half the season, and I still think we're only 6 points out of a playoff spot, So we control, with our attitude and our effort and the way we come to the rink to prepare, we control what's ahead of us.
Any update on Robert Thomas late in the game?
No, I don't have an update.